you worked really hard yesterday. I think
turn and become old overnight. What are you seeing as you're catching Manny Pacquiao on?
and I have a deal. I said, Manny, I said, once your work ethic drops and you're not the same Manny Pacquiao, I'll tell you, and you will retire, and me and him have an agreement there with that. And his work ethic is unbelievable right now. I mean, he hasn't slowed down at all. He's working really well. His power, he hit me in the shot in the chest 2 or 3 days ago. And I've never been hit so hard in my life. And I says, is he really punching harder than ever? I said, I mean, he's really getting his body weight behind there. I'm looking at his calves and look how his calves like twice as big as they used to be, and they've always been that big. He has a lot of power, and he, it's just so good to be back in camp with this guy. And the thing is, I do feel that he has a big shot to knock this guy out.
Even if Manny Pacquiao isn't at his athletic peak at age 40, does his wealth of knowledge and experience make up for that and make him a more complete fighter?
You could say that, but the thing is, his work ethic and his training is just unbelievable. It's the same as it's been when he was at his best. I mean, his work ethic has not dropped at all, and it's unusual, yes, but the thing is, he has 70 pro fights now, and he's still on fire. He's just he's so dedicated and works so hard.
If you're a boxing fan, you recognize that voice. That's Freddie Roach. You tell me what you think.
That Manny Pacquiao is more explosive right now at 40 years of age than that of 10 years ago.
Is Manny Pacquiao explosive at 40?
Oh, yeah. Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto. Is that what you're telling us as he gets set to take on Adrian Broner on Showtime pay-per-view?
Yes, I do believe so. I mean, that shot he hit me, it just numbed my whole body, and I had to turn around and walk away, and because I didn't want to get hit again. But his work ethic is great. His power is great.
Be careful, he's going to kill Freddie.
It's something you ask me every day when we go through the 30s and so forth. How's my power? How's my strength? I said, I can't believe this, but you're hitting harder than ever. And he really is.
We've seen some fighters after age 40 do some of their best work. The legendary Archie Moore, of course, Bernard Hopkins fought at an elite level all the way up until age 49. Just how much can Manny Pacquiao accomplish in this last stage of his career?
It's really we don't have a number yet, because I mean we're going right now, and again, like you said, fighters could get old overnight. And the thing is, I don't see that happening right now because his work ethic is so great, and but it can happen, yes. And the thing is, I think that's why we have to go fight by fight. And I think that agreement that we have, that once you start slowing down, I will ask you to retire. And he says that he will agree with me. And but I think we're going to have to wait to a point, I think, I'm guessing at this. I'm not really, I don't have any fact in this, but has there ever been a president that's a world champion also?
I don't think that was the case. I do not think that has been the case. It'd be very interesting to see if that comes to fruition. Freddie, if Pacquiao is successful next Saturday against Adrian Broner, there's a litany of guys he could fight now that he is being advised by Al Heyman. He saw Floyd Mayweather yesterday at the Clippers game. Do you take away anything from that? Do you think that Manny can lure Floyd out of retirement for that rematch? I know that Manny has stated that he wasn't himself from their blockbuster, that record-setting match years ago. But do you think that Manny can lure Floyd out of retirement?
I do think so, and I think that's why Floyd fought that fight, to be back on TV and be noticed. And he was very noticeable because he won by knockout, and people, oh, Floyd's back, you know, and they don't know he fought a little kid, but I gotta give him something. But anyway, it is a fight that I would like to see. It's a one fight that I want back. And for me, I could retire after that fight and be very happy with my life. But, you know.
Is that the
Roach wants to see Pacquiao and Mayweather again and says he'll retire if he can see that.
amongst the group, not just yourself, or is it just your thought process that you want that rematch with Floyd?
It's just my process.
Okay.
It's just mine. We don't, as a camp, we know better. We don't talk about future fights because we have this one at stake and we never look past any opponent.
Manny Pacquiao is the favorite against Adrian Broner. Everyone's fully expecting Pacquiao to grab the W next week. When I was here last week with you guys, Pacquiao told me he wants a shot at the winner of Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia, and either one of those guys would be a favorite over Manny Pacquiao at this point. How do you like him in those fights?
I know both fighters very well. You know, Errol Spence, I think, is maybe a little bit too big for him. But then Mike Garcia says he sees something that maybe we don't see. But he's got a lot of. I give it to him for picking that opponent because Errol Spence is a great fighter. I did train Errol Spence when I was on the Olympic team and when I was helping the team, and he is a very good fighter. And I did see him knock out Adrian Broner one day at the Olympic Training Center. And I didn't knock him out on the floor, not like this, but he hit him hard enough where he didn't know where he was, and they had to stop the fight, to stop the sparring. And so Errol Spence is definitely a good fighter, yes, but the thing is, Manny Pacquiao doesn't want to just be in the fight game to fight. He wants to fight, be the best, and fight the best. I mean, if Mayweather doesn't come to...
Freddie Roach says that Errol Spence knocked the shit out of Adrian Broner.
Freddie, is it fair to say that Manny, you mentioned earlier about that the reason why you guys, did not come to terms on the next fight or on the previous fight with Lucas Matisse is you wanted to see Manny more focused on boxing. Do you think that Manny has done a better job and has fully grasped how to be a politician, a senator, how to put that to one part of his life, and how to train fully?
I think Pacquiao better focus and stop worrying about things if he's going to box.
Well, he has, because when we're in the Philippines and he's in Senate and working in Senate and getting out at different hours every day, and the boxing program comes second to that. So for this training camp, he's completely off. They gave him a pardon and let him just concentrate on the fight only, and that's what he's doing right now. And that's what he needs to do. That's the best thing for Manny Pacquiao. If this structure can continue, then he still has a career for quite a few more years if he wants to.
I'm not sure how many people saw Pacquiao's win over Matisse. I know the Pacquiao fight against Jeff Horn was viewed by far more people. For those who only saw the Jeff Horn fight, how surprised will they be by how good Manny Pacquiao looks against Adrian Broner?
Yeah, Manny fought with the Matisse fight. I mean, it was a great fight to watch. I mean, I watched it, and a lot of people, they said, "Why did you watch that fight? Are you mad at him?" I said, "Why would I be mad at him?" I said, "I had 15 great years with this guy. I haven't. He didn't call me for one fight, and things happen in boxing, and seeing that win and seeing that knockout and so forth, I love watching that, and I love the things that I taught him that in the moves, some moves he made and so forth, and he's he knows my style so well. I mean, he knows it better than I do at this point. And the thing is, the strategy of the fight, he knows, and we're fighting a counterpunch this time, which isn't the best guy in the world. Manny likes more when people come to him, of course. And he's going to have to initiate this fight because I think Broner will not come to Manny Pacquiao because he'll get eaten up if that happens.
Roach saying Broner will not come to Pacquiao. He'll get eaten up if he comes to Pacquiao, he says. That's what Freddie Roach says.
But I see a twinkle in the eye with you. It's almost like reunited, and it feels so...
Freddie Roach is excited about this fight.
Do you think that that's an accurate portrayal as to how...
He's ready to get things shaken.
Night, and it's like, my goodness, I missed my best friend, and now you guys are back together and in full unison.
Definitely, he is my best friend, and the thing is, I mean, he's the greatest fighter I've ever trained, and I mean, the things we've done together, and the things he's done for me, I mean, he's really changed my life. Again, like, the downstairs gym, like someone says, oh, this is a real nice gym you built. I said, I didn't build this gym, Manny Pacquiao did. Because Manny Pacquiao was the reason we made that gym, because, like, we have too many people upstairs, and Manny had to get more privacy downstairs, and so Manny offered to build the gym. We bought the laundromat, and now it's one of the best gyms in the world. It's this is nice. This gym's 33. Something we definitely needed to separate the fans from Manny Pacquiao, because his fanfare, I mean, there'll be 300, 400 people in the parking lot. They're probably halfway there.
Hopkins was in his 40s when you trained him for that fight with Joe Calzaghe, and he looks great. Do you see any similarities between Bernard and Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah, being at that age and so forth. Manny's more aggressive and wants to work harder and wants more all the time. And we try to get him to rest at certain points. Okay, Manny, you don't run tomorrow. He says, why? I said, because you're sparring tomorrow, and sparring is more important than the run. And I should just sleep in and stuff. He said, well, Freddie, what if my opponent runs that day? I said, yeah, you're right. We'll do a little bit of both. He's very, very difficult to negotiate with, because you can't tell Manny Pacquiao what to do. You can negotiate the deal, and you can give and take a little bit, and you won't get it all, but you'll get some. So today is a midday, and we plan on doing maybe 6 rounds of mitts together and so forth. But he'll probably cut it to about 2, because the press is here, and he doesn't want to give anybody too much.
And being back at the MGM Grand, this is the 14th time. It's like home for Manny Pacquiao. Has to be nice to be back in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great back in the MGM, and it's a great place to fight. And we've had a lot of history there, and I can't wait. I'm starting to get excited about the fight. The closer it gets, and he's doing more and better every day, and we finally get him to rest a little bit. And again, because sparring days, we have 2 more days of sparring, and we go 6 and 4, and then we're done. And then Monday we'll shake out a little bit, and just then we'll get to Vegas, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we'll do light workouts, and it'll be over.
How is fighting under the PBC banner reinvigorating Manny Pacquiao's spirit? He says he still loves fighting.
Yeah, he does love fighting, and the thing is, the competition out there that company brings is right where he wants it. I mean, because Manny Pacquiao, again, he doesn't want to fight just to fight. He wants to fight to be the best and fight the best, and that's always been his way. And like, people say, well, is he calling out Errol Spence? I mean, maybe a lot of people might think that's too much and so forth, but Manny Pacquiao doesn't think that way. He never thinks that way. I mean, and there's a reason why he walked up to Mayweather last night and gave him a shirt. And I'm sure it was a Manny Pacquiao shirt.
Well, Freddie, thank you so much for the time. Greatly appreciate it. We will see you in Las Vegas. Always a pleasure. We're 10 days away from Manny Pacquiao putting his world title on the line against Adrian Broner on Showtime pay-per-view. We'll see you in the fighting capital of the world, Freddie. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Freddie.
Appreciate it.
Freddie Roach, Hall of Famer, joining us here at the Wildcard Boxing Club as we prepare for Manny Pacquiao working out here at his home gym here in the United States. It's the first time he's fought here stateside in 2 years. Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner, privileged to have that talk with Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach and Manny
Pacquiao will never beat Spence. It will never happen.
We're going to see Manny Pacquiao work out. He's going to meet with the media, hopefully have a conversation with us. And Mike, with Freddie Roach saying that is the most explosive, that this camp is the most explosive, the hardest hitting Manny Pacquiao that he has ever seen. That could be, and the pun is intended, that could be problematic for Adrian the Problem Broner.
Yeah, I think Broner's in for a world of hurt. I just don't think he has what it takes to stand up to Manny Pacquiao's power, his speed, his fighting heart. Broner did show against Marcos Maidana, a fight he was favored to win, that he has the balls to dig down deep and pull himself up off the canvas, fight hard. And I know he's going to do that against Pacquiao too. But can he beat Pacquiao? Can he pull off the upset? Does he have the bag of tricks that Manny Pacquiao has? I don't think so. But it's a fascinating fight, and this to me is really the start of something new for Manny Pacquiao. This is the start of the last stage of his career. He's far from done, and he's anxious to show us what he has left today.
Well, Freddie mentioned in terms of Manny really enjoying being under the PBC banner and having a multitude of world champions and top-level welterweights to collide against. And one of them has actually called him out. He actually told us on the Showtime pre-show back on September 8th, prior to Porter fighting Garcia, Keith Thurman said a fight that interests him, if he's successful against Josecito Lopez, is Manny Pacquiao.
That's another fascinating fight. I love that fight. Keith Thurman is one of the 2 or 3 best welterweights in the world right now. You know, he has to get past Josecito Lopez first on January 26th. Besides that, we also have Danny Garcia, who's fighting Adrian Granados on April 20th. Then, of course, there's Sean Porter, Manny Pacquiao's former sparring partner. He told me that he'd love to fight Manny Pacquiao. Porter fights Yordenis Ugas on March 9th at MGM Grands. There are so many opportunities for Manny Pacquiao as long as he wins and looks good doing it on January 19th. And if Adrian Broner pulls the upset, those fights are there for him too.
Well, but let's be honest, the fight that Freddie said he wanted, that he is hoping that if Manny is successful against Adrian Broner, that they're hoping to lure him out of retirement, is Floyd Mayweather. So, and Freddie knows Manny and has been around Manny for such a long time. He stated to us that when Manny went ahead and talked to Floyd Mayweather yesterday courtside at the Clippers game at Staples and move, do you think that Pacquiao can go ahead and if he looks very good against Broner, Mayweather can say, all right, I'm ready to make another big payday, let's do the rematch?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Floyd Mayweather loves the attention. He doesn't need the money, but he loves the big stage. And I think he likes having someone say, hey, please come out of retirement. He wants to be called out. He wants to be courted, so to speak. Pacquiao, Mayweather, they're still the 2 most recognizable names to boxing fans. I think that's a great fight. Even if the first fight didn't meet expectations at 40 and 41 from Mayweather, they've lost a little bit of their speed. Maybe it's more of an action fight now. They have less of their legs under them. And
Mike, I think it's a more compelling fight in this neck. If they rematch, I think that Pacquiao and Mayweather is a more compelling fight than what we saw a few years ago that shattered every number under the sun that was televised live by Showtime pay-per-view. Because as you pointed out, they are in their 40s. They like to sit in the pocket and trade more. I think it's a more exciting fight. I think it's more entertaining. And I can see it being closer than what the first fight was.
Absolutely, and Manny Pacquiao knows that he hurt Floyd Mayweather in that 4th round, even with a bum shoulder. Pacquiao has all the confidence in the world. Mayweather does too, and anytime Floyd Mayweather fights, it's a marquee event. We haven't seen him in a boxing ring since the Conor McGregor fight in August 2017.
They claim that Pacquiao feels like he hurt Mayweather in the 4th round. I didn't see that.
He is excited. This is still going to be an absolute mega fight.
Well, it would be a spectacle. I mean, it would be, I think, a very entertaining fight, fought still at a high level, but the casual fan, when you mention Mayweather, when you mention Pacquiao, those names transcend the sport of boxing.
Yeah, they're the 2 biggest names in sports, period. 2 of the biggest names in sports, period. And I can't wait to see what Floyd Mayweather says after the fight on Saturday. He'll be there ringside. He lives in Las Vegas. We know he's going to have plenty of opinions and thoughts, and he'll be watching with bated breath.
It is Pacquiao Broner next Saturday, January 19th, live on Showtime pay-per-view. Call your local cable or satellite provider. Make sure to go ahead and get ready to check out Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner. But here at the Wildcard Boxing Club here in Hollywood, California, Manny Pacquiao is moments away from stepping inside those ropes. He's going to meet with reporters, and then we are going to have a conversation with him. He's going to work out as well. I believe it is Freddie Roach who is going to go ahead and here is Manny Pacquiao. He's in the door as he greets Leonard Ellerby, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, smiling from ear to ear. The Filipino senator is back in the limelight here in the United States, and welcome back, Manny, as
Pacquiao's in the building. Michael Blackston's there.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao looks great right now. As always, smiling. He's in tremendous shape. I was listening to what Freddie Roach said about Manny Pacquiao's calves, and they're truly massive, and that's where you get that power from. When you can sit on those punches and you generate the
What is Michael Blackston doing there? I don't get it.
knockout Broner. That's what he told me. He wants the knockout, and Freddie's right. He never calls for the knockout. He wants a statement, and he admitted that it does motivate him that everyone's saying Manny Pacquiao, former self, he's not the same fighter. He looked ordinary against Jeff Horn a couple of years ago. He wants to prove it to everyone that yes, even at 40, I'm still the guy, not just a guy.
Well, the narrative, Mike, that we hear prior to this fight with Manny Pacquiao is, I'm looking to put on a good performance for the fans, for the Philippines. I hope we're all safe. In the lead-up, you heard, he told you, I want to knock this guy out. Do you think it is that Broner could have gotten under his skin, or what Freddie was talking about, that because he knocked out Lucas Matisse, he once again realizes how it feels to knock out another guy, and he likes that feeling?
Yeah, when you get a feeling of something like that, you want more of it. You want to feel it again. That's what Manny Pacquiao built his whole reputation and legacy on. Those brutal knockouts. That second round knockout of Ricky Hatton, where we didn't even know if Ricky Hatton was going to get up, flattened by one single shot. That knockout of Miguel Cotto, David Diaz at 135 pounds.
Well, when he carved up Oscar De La Hoya, for crying out loud. And Manny Pacquiao is inside the ring. As you see, Buboy Fernandez as well, the 8th division world champion, only world champion over 40 years of age, is inside the ring as he gets set to wrap his hands.
And that always impresses me too. Manny Pacquiao, hands. He doesn't need anyone to do it. He is a true veteran of the game, and he does it all with a smile on his face.
Manny Pacquiao wraps his own hands, and he's going to put on a workout for the media.
He missed the attention. He said he's back in LA, his adopted home, ready to do his thing, and in another absolute marquee fight.
Well, it's interesting as there was a little bit of, some trash talk between Pacquiao and Broner. And Pacquiao, who has MP Promotions, he pretty much told Adrian Broner, he goes, you can go ahead and talk about me. He goes, but I'm promoting you.
Yeah, I love that Manny Pacquiao's personality has really revealed itself and opened up as he's gotten older. He's clearly a lot more comfortable cracking jokes with his English. Of course, his native is Tagalog, and he loves it. He loves joking around. I think you're right. This is the perfect dance partner for Manny Pacquiao. A guy like Adrian Broner who tells jokes, tries to get under your skin. Maybe Manny Pacquiao needs that to go that extra mile to get the knockout, to really press forward. I think it's going to be an action-packed fight. I think that's gotten lost in this. This is going to be an action fight.
Well, you know what I think is potentially getting lost, and Freddie Roach so eloquently illustrated to us. Lucas Matisse is no slouch, and the fact that Manny Pacquiao pulverized this guy by 7th round TKO, I think, and I know it happened in Malaysia, but still I think people need to say he beat Lucas Matisse. Matisse was going in and was still hitting his stride, and Pacquiao wiped him out in 7 rounds.
Lucas Matisse was a guy just a few years ago that was like boxing's boogeyman. They call him the Machine. Rolled over Lamont Peterson in 3 rounds. Yes, he did lose to Danny Garcia, but that was a closer fight. And Lucas Matisse, one of the biggest punchers in the sport, wasn't quite what he once was. But yeah, this was seen as, all right, this is a good fight. Lucas Matisse and Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao coming off a fight with Jeff Horn where, yes, he lost. Most people thought he was robbed, but didn't look his best. And then he just absolutely rolls over Matisse in Malaysia like it was nothing. He showed the same in and out short burst angles. It was a vintage Manny Pacquiao performance. If he does that to Broner, what are you saying?
Well, they could be saying Manny Pacquiao may have once again found the fountain of youth, and who knows how long this run can go. And again, going back to our conversation with Freddie Roach, Freddie pretty much said, look, I'm going to see how long Manny can go. His work ethic hasn't lessened. It seems like his work ethic has gotten better, which I didn't even know that was possible, but now he seems to be streamlined in his approach. The Philippines have given him an opportunity to squarely focus on this fight, and I think all of that is going to help Manny Pacquiao be the best Manny Pacquiao that we can see at 40 years of age. But as you illustrated, Mike, a Manny Pacquiao 40 years of age is probably better than 99% of fighters out there. And no disrespect to anybody else, but Manny Pacquiao is a once-in-a-lifetime fighter.
Manny Pacquiao is still Manny Pacquiao. The biggest problem with the fighters that get all that fame and fortune and the riches that Manny Pacquiao has accumulated during his illustrious career is the motivation there? Marvin Hagler famously said that it's hard to get up and run when you sleep in silk pajamas. But Manny Pacquiao is showing that he still has the fire. He still loves fighting as much as he used to, even at his younger ages. How far can he go? We've seen a lot of guys do it. We talked about Bernard Hopkins earlier, going deep into his 40s. When Bernard Hopkins beat Felix Trinidad, people were like, all right, maybe he can't do much more. And he kept doing it. He beat Antonio Tarver at 45 years old. He beat Jean Pascal at 46. Can we see Manny Pacquiao? I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but can we see Manny Pacquiao do these kind of things maybe, 42, 43?
I think it would be one of the most impressive things that we have seen in the sport because of the fact that Manny Pacquiao started his career at 108. The fact that he wasn't even 110 or above. He started his career that light some nearly 24 years ago in the Philippines.
Did Manny Pacquiao juice to get to this size? That's what I'm wondering.
Morales, the narrow victories over Marquez, then De La Hoya, had Miguel Cotto, on and on and on we can go. The demolition that he did of Antonio Margarito. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's career, we could literally have go down the list in terms of how much Manny Pacquiao continues to further his legacy, and that legacy he hopes to further next Saturday, January 19th, on Showtime pay-per-view against Adrian Broner.
You're right. There's so many great Manny Pacquiao wins that you sometimes forget about some of them. The Antonio Margarito fight, he ruins Margarito. Shattered his orbital bone. Margarito was a monster, and he was never the same again. I mean, the 4 legendary fights with Juan Manuel Marquez, one of the most legendary series of fights in boxing history. The trilogy with Eric Morales, that fantastic first fight. It's amazing that Manny Pacquiao, after all those fights, 70 fights, he still has the opportunity to add to that, constantly move up that all-time ranking.
Well, and also beating Timothy Bradley as well. I mean, Timothy Bradley, former world champion, outstanding fighter, but Manny Pacquiao has never shied away from an opponent, and lo and behold, Adrian Broner will be standing across the ring from him January 19th live on Showtime pay-per-view. Ray Flores, Mike Coppinger, as Pacquiao has his hands wrapped in his longtime publicist friends.
Michael Blackson is sitting there with a pair of boxing gloves on.
Coach, who's going to be catching the mitts, and now Manny Pacquiao will meet the media.
Pacquiao's about to speak. What do we know? Pacquiao doesn't start out in English.
And we see Manny Pacquiao is speaking with Jaime Mota.
Of my experience, he will learn.
There we go. We hear Manny Pacquiao meeting with the
Now
media.
he says that this definitely isn't a fight that he's going to lose, that he's going to derail all your future plans. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I'm doing my best, and that's a good, good to hear from him that he said like that, because we can give a good fight to the fans.
Now he is a little bit comparable to Mayweather in his style. You see that in the future? Is this part of that plan?
Oh, we don't have plan yet about the future.
Who are you with? Who are you with?
Plan is to fight him. And
Gotta
then
go outside. This is just showtime. We're in the ring. Thank you. Just showtime in the ring, guys.
Manny Pacquiao meeting
Thank you.
media.
Who's next?
Right here.
Coming up.
Pacquiao.
Manny, good to see you once more here in Los Angeles. So, Adrian Broner.
So no shortage of quality and luminaries here in attendance at the Wild Card Boxing Club, Mike.
Manny Pacquiao always brings the stars out. He's a guy that's had tons of commercials. He's adored everywhere he goes. I'm assuming if Manny Pacquiao walks down Hollywood Boulevard, he's getting mobbed, right? Even now.
Absolutely. You know what? Everywhere that Manny Pacquiao goes, people gravitate towards him, especially being the pride and joy of the Philippines. He's a senator. He seems to be totally focused on this fight against Adrian Broner, a family man. Is Manny Pacquiao just turned 40 last year, and I don't know of many athletes in the world, Mike, that when they have a birthday party last month in the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao, they threw him a birthday party for his 40th, and the president of the Philippines attended. So when you have the president of your country coming to your birthday party, I think it just goes to show you in terms of how significant he means to that country.
I don't even know that we have an equivalent of Manny Pacquiao here in the United States. I mean, he's an icon. He's a politician. He's a rock star. He had that album. And
now
Manny,
we'll go back to Manny Pacquiao meeting with the media.
Even with I don't have a scheduled fight. I exercise almost every day. I play basketball like 4 hours. Continue. Yes. I love exercise. I feel like tired if I don't exercise.
When you look at what happened yesterday at the Clipper game, you saw Floyd. How confident are you in your heart that that fight, that rematch, will happen again?
Man, I'm not right now. I'm not thinking about my next fight. I'm thinking what I'm thinking is Adrian Broner, because my plan is one at a time. You know, I'm thinking about one at a time.
But you gotta have a feeling inside, right? Like a gut feeling.
Well, if he will coming back to boxing, and then there's a rematch. I mean, if he wants a rematch, there's a rematch, and it's up to him. But right now, my focus still is for this fight is I'm not taking blindly or underestimate Broner.
Did you tell him yesterday, like, hey, give me a rematch when you saw him at the Clipper game?
No,
Like,
I didn't expect that he was there. I just saw it and what was that?
were you able to tell him anything?
No, just a single.
Just a handshake? Yeah. So, well, he came back in the ring, and it has a lot of people thinking he is going to come back. Did you see that fight that happened in Japan?
Oh, exhibition fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
What did you think?
I just saw exhibition.
A lot of people think it was fake because of the way the other guy fell.
Oh yeah?
Did you see it?
I don't know.
You don't know? You said that you want to fight the winner of Spence and Garcia. That caught a lot of people by surprise because you're still wanting to fight the top guys at welterweight.
Yeah.
Is that in fact true? You do want the winner of that fight?
That's a good fight. I mean, after 19, we'll talk about the next fight.
So that's still there, that hunger.
Yeah.
Who wins that fight, by the way?
The
Spence and Garcia.
Spain.
Spence? These guys are so big though, man. You still want to fight him. Spence is a big guy.
Oh yeah. As long as the same
Unfortunately,
weight.
it's no Spence.
Do you see
Number one
how
rated
you
welterweight in the
compete,
world
Spence?
right
Do you
now.
see
He's a
that
big
you
dude.
feel your speed,
Just
your power?
speed and power, yeah.
You think you can beat him? Spence? Yeah? Manny, as always, it's great seeing you. Did you miss all this?
Oh, I missed this one.
Yeah. You missed everything, all the cameras.
I know.
Well, good luck. It was good seeing you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you, Manny.
Okay, next. Right here.
Hello, Manny. This is Valerie McConnell, and I wanted to say congratulations again being one of the boxing #1 8 division world champions, the only one. And I also want to say congratulations emotions. Everyone's excited about the match coming up, and right now, in regards to moving forward, coming out and again after 2 years of being away from our big Showtime pay-per-view event. From ESPN forward to, I know that in the United Kingdom it will be free. So for the fans, can the fans expect from you from Showtime pay-per-view?
Oh, I'm excited to be back here in the United States to fight again. It's been a while. I'm excited to give my best. I'm still best Manny Pacquiao in the ring at the age of 40, and then that's a big challenge to me.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, over the United Kingdom, will people in Philippines be able to see it, well?
Yes, all over the world, the fans, the boxing fans.
Absolutely. And so everybody wants to know when you win or after this fight, what is your perspective? But again, you will be willing to fight for Mayweather if he comes out of retirement for you.
One at a time. Let's leave that question mark until January 19th. And let's talk about the next fight.
Yes, and so one thing I do want the world to know is the way that you give and you share. In regards to the Philippines in your area, tell me in regards to uplifting the lives of otherwise they would not have food, they would not have shelter. Tell them, the people, how you help them during the Christmas, during your celebration in December.
Since before we help people, especially the families that who are in need, we were giving shelter, food, scholarship, and we're doing that since before in my early career.
Well, Pacquiao says he wants to get past Broner first before he decides on trying to challenge Floyd for a rematch.
For a time, people thought maybe we'd never see you training at Wild Card again, and you and Freddie had split, but here we are, thank God. Can you just explain to the fans, like, so people understand why no Freddie Roach in the last fight, and how did you decide you needed him for this one?
Well, this is not the first time happening for us, but Freddie Roach is never gone in Team Pacquiao. He's still there, always there. So we have no problem. So
you have been an explosive fighter your entire career, but it had been a long time since your last.
Michael Blackson is on Manny Pacquiao's nuts right now. I don't understand it.
What's the difference the last time before the last 6 years?
I just blessed and blessed by God for that last fight. I able to knock the guy out, my opponent out, and then I'm trying to do the same with this next fight.
You know, you just turned 40, and even superstars know that Father Time is one of the biggest opponents in boxing. Is the age for you at all a consideration? Do you train differently, knowing that you're not as young a man as you used to be?
Well, how I work hard, I think I can still fight. I can still give my best in the ring, and that's a challenge to me, being at the age of 40, and then this is gonna be exciting because I want to give my best at the age of 40.
Everybody knows Adrian Broner emulates Floyd Mayweather. He tries to have the same style, not exactly the same, but similar. Is the Mayweather fight at all something that helps you in this fight, and do you think that Broner is on that same level?
Yes, it helped. My past fight is will help me to learn about this style, this opponent style. So we did our job in this training camp, strategy-wise, footwork and movement.
Maybe the most surprising thing about this promotion is that it's like you're working essentially with Mayweather Promotions. You're working with Al Heyman. That's something no one ever thought would ever happen. What's that been like for you, and what is the relationship between you and Floyd now that you're somewhat working together?
I'm working with Al Heyman and Southingco for this big opportunity for me to my boxers that I have in the Philippines. I'm not thinking about myself alone, but I'm thinking about my fighters. I have a lot of fighters in the Philippines. More or less 50 boxers. I want them to have a chance here in America to fight.
There's some in the press lawsuits between you and Bob Arum about money and whether or not you guys are on the same page. What's your relationship like with Bob now, and is the money issue settled between the two of you?
We don't have a problem with Bob Arum. I'm so thankful with him because of him, he helped me a lot with my career in America. And I don't have a problem with Bob Arum. I'm really thankful in my life that God used him to help me here in the United States. So thankful to them.
And lastly, Manny, I was a kid when you first walked into this gym many years ago. You're 40 now. So many things have happened in your life and career. Can you talk to me about the Manny Pacquiao who came in here on that first day and the difference between him and the Manny Pacquiao who stands here before us right now?
It's a big difference because when I first time I walked in this gym, I was kid and young, and now we achieve and accomplish a lot in boxing. So thankful to God for it.
The biggest lesson you've learned?
The biggest lesson to learn is not confident
and listen to Fred Sternberg. Radio Raheem with the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao here at Wildcard Boxing. We can't wait to see you work on Saturday the 19th against Adrian Bronner. Thank you, champ.
Face. I want you to face, Jim.
You talking about earlier about your age. You are 40. Don't it hurt when you get hit at this age?
40?
Don't you get hurt when my kids hit me? It hurts. You did that thing. When it's painful when you're 40 years old, you're going to be okay.
I'm okay.
You're making a lot of money from this fight. We're going to do all that money.
Michael Blackson cracking jokes.
Because you don't wear Versace, Gucci, nothing. You come in here with Goodwill outfit. Where you doing all that money, Pacquiao? You gonna give me some?
Blackson tells Pacquiao he's wearing Goodwill outfits.
Oh, it's gonna be millions left. We're gonna do all of that. Can you get a haircut at least? You get a haircut? Okay, give him a haircut, please.
And also,
yeah, shave your beard.
We're going in order, guys.
Manny, at this point in your career, on All Access episode, we saw much more focus on your humanitarian work than your preparation for the fight. Is it more important to you to shine more light on that now than your actual preparation for the fight?
well, humanitarian is I'm doing that since before. It just happened that they take a video of that, but I'm doing that homemade giving food and scholarships.
We've seen so many images of you over the years running with people. When you take your run, hundreds of people like to come out and run with you. Do you feel like you'd be a little lonesome if you didn't have all these people running with you? Do you ever run alone, or do you need the people to come with you?
I love people around me while I'm running, and they give me inspiration and determination to focus, and I can more focus with people around me than alone.
Has there been any concerns with what's happening on your opponent's side that you won't get to the fight date, or are you confident that the fight will happen on the day it's planned?
Definitely the fight will happen, and he will able to make the fight.
And what do you think of him stylistically? When you see his past fights, what is your opinion on Adrian Broner's style and how he fights?
Style-wise, he's fast, he can move. He's kind of fighter that you cannot underestimate.
Is that your favorite style of fight to be across from in the ring? Styles make fights?
I want to fight in that. I want to fight in that style because have you?
Well, you get the point. Pacquiao is going to work out for the media. He's confident against Broner.